Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Alega and I'm one of the writers at callcentertrainingtips.com. It's a blog on how to help people build up the skills so they will eventually get hired and thrive in the call center industry. Now, this is an experimental video on how to on well, personally, it's an experimental video on how I will overcome my laziness. As you've noticed, I haven't been in the mood lately to write the posts, and I'm doing this experimental format to break out of the writing. So this is about how to develop confidence and good habits, and I actually wrote something down as your guide. So how to develop confidence and good habits, and I'll be writing a post so you could read it, and I'm making this video for you so you have something to practice with. So now, how to develop confidence and good habits. So your beliefs determine how you behave. Now, what does that mean? So what you believe actually affects how you behave. So let me just put that there. It's hard to get it at the right height, but I hope you can see it. So when I was younger, I considered myself to be a loser. I focused on my mistakes and I forgot what I was doing right. And being focused on my self-depreciation, it reinforced through repeat performance. So if you believe that you suck, you will eventually, your mind will cause you to work hard at making sure that you suck. So if you believe you're awesome, you'll find a way. If you've seen some of my past videos, I talk about that in length. You could visit my other blog. It's minimalchanges.com. So if you dwell on how you suck, you will see it on your future result. But if you dwell on how awesome you are, you'll see that in your future results too. So the purpose of this post is to get you to realize that how awesome you are and how you're actually able to repeat that in your future activities and challenges. So I wrote this quick guide right here. So you'll need to identify following things, and I actually have a different set of examples for you, and I hope you'll find this useful. So the first thing you need to identify are your blessings. So blessings involve everything that you're grateful for. What are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? What are your, well, let's go to the next part. Accomplishments, things that you've done. If you approach anything with a mindset of being grateful, you will be able to make use of what you already have. So back when I was younger, I was always looking at others for success. I was looking at people who have what I wanted, and I'm always waiting to see that, like, what's this person going to do, and I'm just going to copy him. And that's not a bad formula. You can everything begins with imitation, and then eventually you have enough tools. You don't realize it, but you actually have enough tools to get things done on your own. So this is a way for you to identify what those things are. So what are your blessings? What are you given? So what are you thankful for? And then what are your accomplishments? What have you done already? Because I'm pretty sure that whether you've been in school, some of your hobbies, some of your games, some of your past work. You've done something awesome there. So you need to identify that, and once you identify that, you will be able to identify the next part. The next part are the steps and success formulas. Now, a lot of lessons are transferable. So if you're, say, in my case, I became really good at games, and I have encyclopedic knowledge on, well, games, science fiction, fantasy, anime, all these things. And I realized that some of the success formulas in those areas are also applicable in other areas. Like, for example, if you're looking for work, if you want to get into sales and business, there's a factor called character development. Character development is when someone starts at level 1, and then eventually they do their tasks, they kill their daily monsters, they win their challenges, they level up. When they level up, they're able to gain a skill. So in real life, the more skills you are, the more skills you have, the higher the level, the skills that you have, the more things you can do with it. So you play with it, you increase your skill level, and then eventually you're able to become successful and do most tasks that you wanted to do. So success formulas. So what formulas have worked well for you? Like in your past job, in your past hobbies, what's the success formula there? Like if you're playing a game, or if you're learning how to cook, what specific tasks make you successful? And to get those tasks done, what are the techniques? What are the skills involved? And then with those skills, what are the steps? So what are the steps? So how do you know if a step is successful? Well, if it works, then you do more of it until it becomes a habit, and that's pretty much it. So the first is you identify your blessings and your accomplishments. Then with your accomplishments, you try to look for the success formulas and the steps. And then now with those success formulas, I want you to, well, if you're doing this, please write this down. It's easier to identify on paper, so get like lots of sheets of paper, write things down, write down your blessings, write down your accomplishments, write down the steps. And with specific success formulas, times where you were really successful, remember the moments. What happened then? What was the feeling? What were you thinking? The key there is you remember the feeling. So remembering the feeling enables you to identify if it's actually repeating. Like if you're in sales, when you talk to someone, do you feel that this person's gonna buy, or do you feel that this person's not gonna buy? If you somehow feel that based on your conversation this person's going to buy, just be positive and continue. And if you feel that this person's not going to buy, you could just give your best presentation, but don't expect too much. But you could use that as practice, but you don't really need to. But remember the feeling. So when you feel that it's going to go well, just give it your best shot and blast it with everything that you have. And then so you remember the formula, and you remember the feeling when you achieve your success. So the other thing I'd like to share with you is, if you can do it once, you can do it again. And that's the reason why I want you to remember the feeling. The other thing is, you need to manipulate your self-doubt. Now, what do I mean by that? You don't want to let your self-doubt get in the way of your success. So the key there is you identify the self-doubt, and you don't argue with it, you just change the tone. So if I learned this from Tony Robbins. So like if your self-doubt tells you like you can't do that, or I've known you for a long time and I know you suck, so you can't do that, so you just change the voice. Tony Robbins use it like change it into a Mickey Mouse voice, or I'm gonna give that a try, so don't laugh, okay? So you can't do that. You can just change the tone, play around with it. So whenever you tell yourself you can't do that, or I don't know, I can't think of anything right now, but just change the tone, play with it, don't argue with it. So like, you suck, or I don't know, don't just change it. I don't know, or I'm shy, or oh man, I'm running out of anyway. So there you go. So you identify these things, so you could replicate the feeling and replicate the steps. And to build your confidence, you just need to reaffirm how awesome you are. So, and you are awesome. Like, if you've written all these things down, you actually have a long list of how awesome you are. So that's one of those things I'd like to share. The other thing, now that you're able to do that, I just want to share with you that you have the means on how to do it. Now, if you've followed my instructions and did the activity, you got a piece of paper, you wrote all these things down, you're able to identify that you have it. So they say that successful people have better habits, and successful people have habits that bring them success, and failures have habits that give them failure. So if you know that you're doing something right, you make it a habit. If you know that you're doing something wrong, make sure that it doesn't become a habit, so stop doing it. Do something that makes you successful. So you make something a habit by repeating it enough times, so it'll eventually form the habit. So same thing goes with martial arts, same thing goes with playing Dota, same thing goes with learning how to cook, same thing goes with going to the gym, saving money, so many other things. So as soon as you're done with this, just go ahead, grab a piece of paper, write this down, watch this video again. I will hopefully be encoding what I said in this video and write a blog post. So always, you could visit callcentertrainingtips.com, and thanks for watching. And I don't know, I don't have a tagline yet. This is an experimental post, but when I think of one, I'll put it on the next video. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.